Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are doing the last video of my cycle syncing series. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you guys go watch episode 1, 2, and 3, where I show you and talk about what I eat and how I work out during my menstrual phase, my follicular phase, and my ovulatory phase. So I will have all 3 videos linked down below in the description box, so make sure you guys go check that out. But let's just get into the last video where I'm going to show you and talk about what I eat and how I work out during my luteal phase. But first, let's talk about what happens during this phase. So the luteal phase is considered days 21 through 28 of your cycle. Again, like I always mention, everybody's body is different, so these days will vary. And this is considered your fall phase. So just to recap, your menstrual phase is your winter, your follicular phase is spring, and then ovulatory phase is summer, and then this luteal phase is fall. And during this phase, your hormones peak right at the beginning, especially progesterone, and then they begin to drop to their lowest towards the end of the phase right before you start your period. And so this downward shift of hormones is what commonly causes PMS. And there are a lot of studies that say, and a lot of doctors that say, that PMS symptoms are actually a sign of a hormonal imbalance. So if you're struggling with intense period cramps or lots of acne breakouts right before your period, it is because of a hormonal imbalance. And so when I started cycle syncing, this method, I guess you can say, is what really helps me balance my hormones. And so now I literally do not experience any PMS symptoms. My periods are lighter. I have no cramps. The only quote unquote symptom, I guess you can say, is I experience a lot of exhaustion, but that is normal due to your hormones dropping to their lowest. So now let's talk about movement during your luteal phase. So as always, everybody's body is going to be different, but in the beginning of this phase, when your energy and your hormones are at its peak, strength training with longer rest periods are ideal as your energy and hormones are slowly dropping. However, as those energy and hormones drop toward the end of the phase, you will find that lower intensity workouts with lighter weight and higher reps are ideal, because during this phase, cortisol, which is your stress hormone, actually increases. So if you pair that with a high intensity workout, it will cause much more unneeded stress on your body. So this is a little side note, but due to that cortisol increase during this phase, it is very, very important to really focus on keeping your stress levels low and just focusing on stress management. So lastly, let's talk about nutrition during your luteal phase. So during this phase, your metabolism actually increases about 8 to 16%. So not only do you feel hungrier, but your body is burning more fuel and requires more calories. Also, warm and grounding foods are ideal during this phase to prepare your body for menstruation. So if you guys watched episode 1 of the series where I talk about what I eat and how I work out during my menstrual phase, you'll understand why warm and grounding foods are very important during that phase as well. Also, due to the downward shift in hormones, this is when, again, like I mentioned earlier, PMS symptoms occurs. So eating nourishing foods to help prevent symptoms are ideal, which you will see how I do so in the rest of today's video. So let's just get into what I had for breakfast. So for breakfast, I had 3 organic chicken breakfast sausages, sourdough toast with some organic strawberry jam spread on top, and red raspberry leaf tea. So if you guys watch episode 1 of this series in my menstrual phase, then you know that I absolutely love and need red raspberry leaf tea before my period and during my period, because this is what I truly believe has helped me completely get rid of period cramps, along with, of course, balancing my hormones. So as you guys can see, compared to my other breakfasts that I ate just a little bit more calories this morning because, again, my metabolism during this phase has increased. So if you watch the other videos of the series, then you already know that I gotta have my green smoothie. This is like my quote-unquote second breakfast of the day. And what I love about green smoothies is that they are filled with so many micronutrients, and they're just really good for balancing hormones and balancing blood sugar, especially when you pair it with a protein, fat, and carb, which I do. So in my smoothies, I have a variety of veggies and greens and fruit, and definitely protein to maintain and build muscle. So now let's talk about how I work out during my luteal phase. So this phase, I really listen to my body, and I definitely recommend during whatever phase you're in to really listen to your body. So during the first half of my luteal phase, my energy is up, my hormones up, so I will continue my strength training, but I will just increase my rest periods just a little bit more. But towards the end of my luteal phase, where my energy has dropped significantly and I can definitely tell, and the exhaustion hits me like a train, then I will definitely just stick to a low impact, low intensity workouts like Pilates or even yoga. Or just go lighter in my weight and higher in my reps with just a little bit longer of a rest period. So for lunch, I had Amy's soup. I love this brand because it has clean ingredients, but I had their lentil vegetable and it was so yummy. It's packed with micronutrients and I just cannot recommend enough. It's very quick and very easy. Again, if you guys watch my last video of this series, then you know I don't always make my food, and it's all about balance and conveniency. But this is a really good, cheap, healthy option if you are just not in the mood to cook like me. But this soup, again, is very good on my body during this phase because it's very warm and nourishing. So I had my second snack of the day, which was some kiwi, some Simple Mills crackers, and bone broth. Bone broth I drink no matter what phase I'm in because bone broth is so, so good for you for so many reasons. One, it's amazing for your gut, and it's just filled with so much protein and so much collagen, which is going to help with your skin and your hair and just so much more. So I absolutely love my bone broth. And yeah, that's what I had for snack. But I wanted to insert this little clip because it was the cutest thing ever. I woke up that morning with like a slight cough, and Sean surprised me with flowers because he thought I was sick. So just look how cute he is.
You got me while I was recording. Thank
to me. You're fine. In Jesus' name. So for dinner, Sean grilled some teriyaki chicken, rice, and broccoli. If you guys watch the other videos of this series, then you know that broccoli is an amazing cruciferous veggie which helps support your liver. And when your liver is supported, it just helps balance your hormones. Plus, broccoli is filled with micronutrients, and who doesn't need to add more greens in their diet? But that is what I ate during my luteal phase. I hope you guys enjoyed this whole series. Comment down below if you're going to try out cycle syncing or if you've done it before and if you like it. I personally have noticed an amazing difference in my body and just being in tune with my body and in my hormones. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you or talk to you in my next video. Bye guys.